Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be discussing soft bottoms in BL series. When I think of soft bottoms, I think of characters that are more in touch with their feminine side, or usually more passive with their boyfriend. In addition, sometimes they can be perceived as the damsel in distress / makes others want to protect them. This video is made for entertainment purposes based on fictional characters and is not meant to belittle or disrespect anyone for who they are or their preferences. The first character is Yo from My Personal Weatherman. I think Yo was the epitome of a stereotypical bottom in a BL. He was passive in his relationship and his boyfriend Segasaki was assertive. They had a dom/sub dynamic. Yo would usually be the one that depends on his boyfriend and tend to take care of the house duties. He was like a stay-at-home husband waiting for his husband to get back from work. In a sense, he wasn't the one calling the shots in their relationship. Throughout the show, we learn that Segasaki is supporting him financially, and he made a marriage proposal in doing so, but Yo was oblivious to this. Despite this, during the years of living together, Yo took care of Segasaki. He was also timid whenever he flirted with him. In addition, Yo was a lot smaller in comparison. Number 2. Yu from My Only 12%. Yu has always been a bit more feminine than the other boys at his school, and I like that Cake didn't distance himself from him because of this, because too often I watch shows when characters stop being friends because they start high school and realize how different they are. Cake and Yu have been friends since childhood, so they have an inseparable bond. Yu has always been gentle and understanding with Cake even before they started dating, and would sometimes get jealous and sulk. He kept in touch with Cake during the years they were apart, and made sure Cake knew he was always thinking about him. I like that he was easily flustered whenever Cake tried to flirt with him. They look out for each other, and Yu overcame his social anxiety because he wanted Cake to know that he didn't need to worry about him being a pariah at school and to make him proud. He also gained confidence in himself, and he stood out, which I absolutely loved. Number 3. Oh, from I Told Sunset About You. I just realized how similar all the previous names are. Anyway, O was also a more feminine character. He struggled with this for some time, but eventually he overcame his fears and embraced his identity. He was attentive and caring towards Tae in spite of their differences. They knew each other since they were children, but they fell out and haven't been in contact for some time. When they're reunited, there was a lot of tension between them and longing. O shared many sweet and meaningful moments with him and was not willing to give up on their love so easily. Unlike the stereotypical Yuk, O was not very passive and he knew when not to give in. Number 4. Pharm in Until We Meet Again. He was a lot shorter than Dean and always made desserts for him. I think his love language was acts of service because he was always happy to help him. Both Dean and Pharm were introverts, but Dean was usually the one taking the lead and Pharm would usually go along with it, but he knew to set clear boundaries and expected Dean to respect them. He was also very supportive and showed up to Dean's swimming matches. Haebom and Cherry Blossom After Winter. Haebom was the type of character that made it easy for other characters to feel the need to protect and care for him as he was bullied and an outcast at school. I've included him in this list because of his pretty looks, mannerisms, and cute high difference with Taesung. When they're being all lovey-dovey and shy with each other, it's quite entertaining to watch. Next on the list is ID from Kiseki Dear to Me. I love the chemistry between him and Chan-e. We see throughout the series that he has always loved Chun-e in secret for years, but wasn't brave enough to confess and would usually put on a cold or nonchalant persona to hide his feelings. But eventually, they cleared the air and started being honest about their mutual feelings for each other after ID took the fall for him and went to prison for several years. I think he was a mix of a soft bottom and a power bottom. He yielded to Chun-e many times and was deeply in love with him, but we also see that he is quite assertive when claiming him or making it known that he doesn't like sharing. Thus, Chun-e is the only person who made him let his guard down and let someone love him like he deserves, and he also loved and cherished Chun-e. Next is Pete. Pete is very shy, an outcast, and was bullied and blackmailed. When he met A, he learned a lot about speaking up for himself and that he does not deserve ill treatment. Hae made him feel included and was very kind to him. Also, when they argued, A is usually the one who takes the initiative to make up with Pete. When they were in the talking stage and after they became official, It was explicitly known what their role in the relationship was. Pete was the more submissive or passive boyfriend, and the opposite can be said for A. Pete likes to express his love for Pete by buying him stuff or helping him with his problems, but being the good boyfriend that he is, A did not want Pete to feel that he was taking advantage of his money like the people in his past. Pete comes to understand A lot more, and he loves him unconditionally regardless of his flaws. Number 8. Rain from Love in the Air. Rain fell hard for Payu, and he was smitten by him. So when he came to accept this, he couldn't help but express his love and desire for him. He's sometimes very stubborn, but Payu keeps him in check. He did his best to ensure he could remain by his side. For example, Payu challenged him to do his best on his assignments because he wanted a responsible lover. So to prove this, he tried his best on his project to make Payu proud, and it took him one step closer to being his boyfriend. When they started dating, Rain always went to support him at the motorcycle races, and even though he has no experience dating others, Rain loved Payu wholeheartedly, as did Payu with Rain. Takumi from Takumi-kun, which is a Japanese BL or gay movie with multiple parts or spin-offs, was also a stereotypical bottom. I've watched this a long time ago, but I recall that he easily gets jealous when Ji didn't give him enough attention, and he plays hard to get and sulks when they have an argument. He's the type of character that has a lot of love to give, but can't seem to catch a break, so that was heartbreaking. Part of me hoped he ended up with someone who he didn't need to try so hard to be with, or maybe one where there wasn't so many conflicts and obstacles. Lastly, Wayo from Two Moons the series. Wayo fell in love with Fa years ago, but he can't seem to help his smart and quick remarks whenever Fa talks to him. Like many of the earlier Thai BL series, Wayo's character was shorter than the top and he had a cute look. He's head over heels for him and tries to win his heart. They went through many ups and downs, so when they became official, I was very happy. However, the original series felt incomplete, so you can watch the spin-off that continued the storyline. Thank you for watching.